Hi there, my name is Jason Klein. I'm the Director of P-20 Initiatives, and we're excited to bring you another presentation, this one in our research and data area of focus for the fall 2020 P-20 network meeting, which obviously we're doing virtually. I'm joined by three awesome guests for this presentation. I'm going to have them each introduce themselves. So please welcome Alan, Kelly, and Ben. Go ahead, Alan, you want to start with introductions?
Hello, my name is Alan Clemens. I am the director of the NIU Research and Data Collaborative, as well as the Illinois Interactive Report Cards Office at NIU.
Kelly, Ben, go ahead.
I'm Ben Creed. I'm an assistant professor in the College of Education at NIU in the Department of Leadership and Psychology and Foundations. And I'm one of the members of the Research and Data Collaborative as well.
And Kelly.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kelly Summers. I'm an associate professor also in the Department of Leadership, Educational Psychology and Foundations in the College of Education. And I've worked on several projects in the Research and Data Collaborative.
Awesome. Alan, we're going to turn things over to you to tell us about the P-20 Research and Data Collaborative.
The NIU Research and Data Collaborative is exactly as it's described. It is a coalition of offices within NIU that have been doing good work in surrounding research initiatives statewide for as many as 40 or 50 years, depending on the office, that bring together expertise in a wide variety of areas, in a wide variety with a wide variety of data sets, and with different levels of academic and research expertise. It involves 5 different business units that we're going to touch on later in the call, or later in the video, later in this discussion. The guiding principles for the RDC are simple. We are interested in collaborating with all stakeholders. We're community stakeholders, educational stakeholders, governmental stakeholders, nonprofit and for-profit stakeholders to improve the P-20 system and learning for all, and in making contributions in any way we can to the enrichment of data sets, to the conduct of research, and to the continued movement forward in the application of knowledge for the benefit of students and stakeholders in the system. Essentially the founding principles surround the ideas that when research informs practice, practice can be improved, that answers can be found, and that we can examine the underlying reasons for some of the common issues that we encounter across the various domains that we all live in and work in and operate in. And when practice informs research, then the research itself is improved by being more relevant, timely, actionable, and accurate. The ideas within the RDC surround not operating in a vacuum, practice not operating in a vacuum, research not operating in a vacuum, but benefiting symbiotically from an interaction between the two. And and that forms the basis for everything we do.
One of the things that we pride ourselves on in the RDC is our philosophy of collaboration. From the initial steps of the research idea all the way till the final deliverables, we're partnering collaboratively with whomever the outside agency is that we're working with. For example, with the co-planning piece, we would lead meetings to help build background information, share interests, outline goals, develop research questions. Creating the work plan, we would do that and then make sure that our partners are on board with it and make any methodological suggestions based on the local context or the data that's available to us. We do all of the data collection and analyses, letting our partners know along the way exactly what we're finding as we're going through those analyses in case we have to go back and collect more data. We do a great job of working with our partners when we're drafting the final report and deliverables. Typically, there are several iterations between the RDC and our partners, with them looking at the work that we've done, commenting, giving feedback on it, us incorporating that into the next draft of the report before we send it to copy editing to deliver a final polished presentation ready report for our partners.
Great, thanks, Kelly. And we recognize in the work that we've done that there are different types of collaboration that can exist. Not all work is done side by side throughout every process. Some of it is driven by the partner's interest. Some of it is driven by folks within the RDC's interest. And then there's that sweet spot in the middle where both of us have shared interest and we engage in a partnership. But undergirding all three of those types of collaboration, that same process exists, whether it's a district or an organization or a region coming to us and saying, hey, we really don't have either the capacity or the expertise to execute a study in our local context. And they come to us and say, hey, can you do this project for us? Or we go to a local context, a region, a school district, an educational system and say, hey, we'd like to understand what's going on there better. Underneath all of that process that Kelly was just mentioning underlines the entire interaction we have between partner and RDC. And it circles back to what Alan was mentioning, that we think that if everybody's working from a position of enlightened self-interest, the sum can really be greater than the parts. Working together, we do better work, and we hope that we support the better work of our partners' organizations.
We've listed several examples of projects that the RDC has conducted over the past few years. I've been fortunate to be a part of several of them. One of the projects that we've done as part of program evaluation, listed there under that first bullet point, is the Illinois Preschool Development Grant Expansion Project. We worked collaboratively with ISB. We were contracted by ISB to conduct a statewide evaluation of the Preschool Development Expansion Grant. That project took about 18 months and included the analysis of SIS data, student information data that was existing. It included talking to every executive director of a PDGE program in the state of Illinois. And we also collected data from teachers and paraprofessionals as well as parents. That project culminated in a thick, lengthy report that was given back to ISB and has been shared widely amongst early childhood stakeholders at this point.
And our work has spanned not just work at the state level or program evaluation work. We also do work and have both been involved in projects that look at the regional or institutional level as well. The RDC really is able to meet the needs of various stakeholders, whether it is state agencies or smaller organizations or school districts and regional partnerships. And that's one of the things that we pride ourselves in, is that flexibility of either scaling up to meet a large scale project or tailoring the expertise to the needs of a local school district or community college. And on this slide, there's two examples of those types of projects. One is with the Rockford regional area. This is a project, the principal preparation model that the College of Education has recently instituted. It's a novel model that is really kind of at the forefront of principal preparation, not just in Illinois, but across the country. And RDC is playing an active role in supporting the execution of that in the technical support, helping bring together different data systems. So the NIU data system, the Rockford Public School data system, and then ISB's student information system. They're providing some of the technical support, technical know-how, research, or data sharing agreements, these kinds of things. And then the RDC will also provide research support to help understand the different impacts that this program might have for Rockford Public Schools, for the broader community of the Rockford region as it expands beyond just RPS. And then also for NIU, looking at not just impact on participants, but also on the return on investment to each one of those groups, to thinking about those longer term impacts of a program. And the RDC coming into that space really has the opportunity to elevate and highlight the real impacts of these programs that without the partnership with the RDC would otherwise not be possible.
I mentioned earlier that the RDC builds on a group of offices, a coalition of offices that have come together to bring their resources to bear, addressing these issues and researching these key questions for units of government across the state of Illinois, whether it be the state itself, an economic development region, a local community, a school district, an individual school, or a teacher that's interested in investigating some questions and that has some resources to bring to bear. The RDC itself, the constituent members include affiliated faculty from across campus. The RDC makes every attempt to recruit faculty with direct expertise relevant to the area of the research that we're conducting or that we're being requested to conduct from any of the colleges on campus at NIU. Within that sphere, though, the College of Education is one of our first full institutional partners in the RDC. The COE is a signatory to the initial group that formed the Research and Data Collaborative, and that's natural given the extent of the questions that we're regularly asked with regard to educational data, educational outcomes, and regional development vis-a-vis the role of schools in various communities across the state. Education Systems Center at NIU is an office that focuses on the public good through policy formation initiatives, legislation development, and consultation with state agencies across Illinois. The Illinois Interactive Report Cards Office is the development home of the ISBE's Illinois Report Card and the Illinois Post-Secondary Profiles Project that is underwritten by IBHE and ICCB, and is a leader in the development of data-supported systems and data reporting tools for various communities around the state. The Center for P-20 Engagement and the Illinois P-20 Network here at NIU are both offices dedicated to both the investigation of key research issues across the education and education to work spectrum, but additionally other isolated issues within education proper, investigating issues in early childhood, in K-12 education, in post-secondary education, and more. And the P-20 Network is a leading organization in the state of Illinois for improving communication and focus on research initiatives between various stakeholders surrounding that early childhood to career pipeline, with members that represent institutions of higher education, secondary and elementary schools, various community stakeholder groups. It's a really exciting organization, and again, happy to have them as a member of the collaborative as well. And lastly, the Center for Governmental Studies has been a community research partner for various units of government across Illinois for over 50 years. And we're excited to have them on board as well for their expertise in community issues, specializing in census and census data related issues, community development issues, economic modeling, and other issues that are regularly a matter of investigation across the state. So generally, our research breaks down into a set of expertise domains that we've represented here: program evaluation, research design, data and technical capacity building, whether it's the construction of data systems, reporting systems, and other electronic gathering mechanisms, and then communication and production of reports. So really across each of those cross-sectional community domains, we have these areas of particular expertise with regard to the work that we're conducting and the results that we're providing for the partners that we get the opportunity to work with. The RDC, in a sense, is a flexible, responsive, to the degree that we can make it such a one-stop shop. an inviting opportunity and an exciting opportunity for you to investigate research questions that are of interest to you and to advance the goals of your organization and more broadly to the benefit of students, employers, and communities across Illinois. And so we invite you to contact us to pursue your ends, to pursue our ends, and as Ben spoke, to find out ways in which we can put together effective symbiotic relationships that where we hit that sweet spot and investigate research questions that benefit everyone and really press the state of the state of play, the state of operations, the conditions under which we live in the state of Illinois that much further through our collaborative efforts.
We want to thank everybody for watching today's video as part of the Fall 2020 P-20 Network virtual meeting. I want to thank Alan, Ben, and Kelly for joining us. Their work on the P-20 Research and Data Collaborative is among the work that makes the collaborative a reality. And again, as Alan just mentioned, we're here to serve you, so don't hesitate to reach out, and we're happy to have conversations and figure out how we can make a project a reality, no matter what kind of organization you are a part of or what your interests are with regards to more deeply understanding education and learning for all learners. Thank you so much for joining us.